The Los Angeles Lakers just dodged a major bullet during one of the craziest deadlines in NBA history and probably the craziest NBA deadline in Los Angeles Lakers franchise history. We're going to talk about why that's the case and how the Los Angeles Lakers could ultimately move forward and how it could ultimately actually help the team based on the current collapse that they are dealing with. And welcome to the Lakers Digest here, guys. My name is Hunter Pitcoff. We cover everything surrounding your Los Angeles Lakers. We have been growing crazy as of late, and that's because of the outpour of support from you guys. We just reached 12,000 followers literally seconds before I just hit that record button. So we appreciate the love, we appreciate the support, but since we are growing and many of you guys still watching the videos are not subscribed, in fact 90% of you guys watching these videos are not subscribed. So if you like the content, you want to be tapped in with everything surrounding your Los Angeles Lakers, because trust me guys, the deadline is passed, but the Lakers are not done making moves. We cover everything, games, rumors, reports, everything in between. Stop what you're doing right now. Hit that subscribe button before we get into today's video, because, guys, I really don't want to keep you waiting too much longer here. So, better safe than sorry. That was the Los Angeles Lakers approach over the last 24-plus hours in this franchise, as we had a crazy revelation that really rarely happens in the NBA trade deadline and across the league. So Shams Charania, as well as many other reporters, saying that the Lakers say the Mark Williams Dalton Knecht trade has been rescinded. They took it back. Mark Williams' physical with the Lakers showed multiple issues, and the team failed him on the exam. Sources tell ESPN the physical was not failed due to his back, however. So Mark Williams, after the Lakers landed him for a player that many people did not think would even be available in the first place, figured to be the future center of the Los Angeles Lakers for years to come, someone who the Lakers targeted because Luka Doncic himself wanted to play with a type of center, with the type of game that Mark Williams has. At only 23 years old, he's only played in 80 or so NBA games combined throughout 3 seasons. He's had the back issues, he's had the foot issue, he's been a very injury-prone player. And the Charlotte Hornets kind of lied to the Los Angeles Lakers, guys. Like, the Lakers kind of got hosed, right? They had to go through probably a ton of medical testing with Mark Williams, go through the physical, the doctors, the medical staff there with Los Angeles. Clearly, they found multiple issues, so the Hornets were capping the entire time against the Los Angeles Lakers. And shout out to the medical staff for LA, because they probably saved themselves from the next Andrew Bynum. And, of course, they gave up a king's ransom in order to make this potential move happen. They were going to send out Dalton Knecht, a former first-round pick who the Hornets could have had in the top 10, but instead he falls to the Lakers at 17. Cam Reddish, a 2031, unprotected first-round pick, as well as a 2030 first-round pick swap. So all that was agreed upon and was going to go to the Charlotte Hornets. But since the trade is rescinded, that is over. The trade cancels out. Mark Williams stays a Charlotte Hornet, and Dalton Knecht, Cam Reddish, and those draft picks are in-house still with the Los Angeles Lakers. So it's like the trade never even happened, and now the Los Angeles Lakers are scrambling to find themselves another big man. So that's obviously the negative news, right? The Lakers don't get their franchise center with this move. However, there is a silver lining, and the Los Angeles Lakers perhaps will actually make out better in this trade long term. And here is why. Because this could, like I said, be a blessing in disguise for LA. So the Los Angeles Lakers, what everybody said during that trade was that, wow, the Los Angeles Lakers really gave up a lot to go get Mark Williams. And so you look at the draft capital, that's a lot. Cam Reddish, who's been a solid-ish kind of player at times for the Lakers this season. But I think the main reason why everybody viewed this as a crazy trade that was not particularly expected because of who the Lakers included in Dalton Knecht in this deal. So this for the season, averaging about 9 points per game, 3 rebounds, shooting 46.5% from the field, almost 38% from, or 36% from 3. I don't have his free throw percentage here, but he is a very, very good free throw shooter as well. Of course, he's got the great size, the great athleticism that you want in a guard. We've seen early on in the season, Dalton Knecht looked like he could have been a Rookie of the Year candidate. I mean, the dude was shooting lights out. He had, 37 points in, one of his first 10, 15 games of his career. The guy looked like Dalton Douglas Knecht. That's what we were calling him. We were calling him by his full government name here on Lakers Digest, because this is the type of player that we thought could be a future cornerstone for the Lakers franchise. And I honestly thought that he could have been all the way up through the point that the Los Angeles Lakers were going to trade him. So, of course, when you bring in Luka Doncic, that changes pretty much your entire landscape of your entire organizational thinking, your future. And when you ship out Anthony Davis to the Dallas Mavericks, that left a massive hole at the center position. That's why the Lakers were willing to give up a valuable asset who they kept out of the Luka Doncic trade. So clearly they viewed Dalton very, very highly. And I hope in terms of the awkwardness in the locker room, it's going to be okay, because the players don't trade the players. JJ Redick, I'm sure he had somewhat of a say, but he's still the coach. And Rob Pelinka, the GM, maybe that's a little bit awkward. But if they're able to work through some of those issues, Dalton Knecht can still be a very valuable asset to this team. And I think we've yet to see even close to him scratching the surface in the NBA. So the biggest thing that Dalton Knecht needs to work on, it's the biggest reason why he hasn't gotten minutes. It's not because of the streaky shooting. It's the defense. He has looked horrible on defense. Like, I'm talking like one of the worst players in the NBA on the defensive side of the ball bad. That is not going to translate into the playoffs. That is why Dalton Knecht has been riding the pine a lot more than he was earlier in the season, and a lot more than what Laker fans, myself included, thought he would. So that's going to have to be the biggest thing that's going to have to change for Dalton Knecht. If he wants to be a part of this team, he will be the rest of the season, but be a part of this team long-term is, can you play defense? Because the type of players that have thrived with Luka Doncic since he's been in the NBA are 3-and-D wings and lob threat, rim protecting, high rebound percentage bigs. Those are the two type of role players that play extremely well next to Luka Doncic. Right now, they have a good amount of those 3-and-D wings, or guys that can play really good defense on the perimeter. They have really good size at the wing position, the Lakers do. That gives them a lot of versatility, which is good, because now that they don't have Mark Williams coming here, Jackson Hayes is right now the only center that really is going to get significant playing time on the Lakers, unless someone like a Trey Jemison or someone like a Christian Coloco all of a sudden breaks out of nowhere. But you can't necessarily bank on that happening. So Jackson Hayes is your only legitimate starting center, and even then you can argue he's probably not really even a starting center in the NBA. I don't think so. That's why the Lakers traded for Mark Williams. So there's that. However, Dalton Knecht, if he can become even just a respectable defender, this is the type of guy that has 20-point-per-game potential at some point in his NBA career. The dude can just flat-out score. I thought he was the best scorer coming out of the 2024 NBA draft. Clearly, I thought he was the best shooter coming out of the 2024 NBA draft. That's something that he's been inconsistent with, but you see the form, you see the release. Obviously, he's extremely athletic. He's really good scoring in transition as well, and leading the charge on the fast break. He's pretty good at cutting off the ball as well. So the offensive skill set is there. The shooting numbers haven't been great, but they haven't been god-awful either. And this is a guy who could be a spark plug for the Lakers bench. We've seen them kind of struggle a little bit without him coming off the bench. And with the new lineups and stuff and things like that, we know that he has that role to come off the bench and potentially be a spark plug. And if he can just somehow become a little bit better of a defensive player, at least serviceable, this is going to ultimately be a huge win for the Los Angeles Lakers, and someone that they're going to want to keep around long-term in Dalton Douglas Knecht. And guys, we just reached 12,000 subscribers. This is insane. That should probably be the thumbnail of the video in terms of what we're doing with the subscribers here. I mean, we had 5,000 subscribers. We reached that number on January 26th, the 5-year anniversary of the passing of Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gianna, and all those we lost on that horrific accident. And the fact that we've been growing so much since then definitely means a lot to me. Kobe was my hero growing up. I'm sure a lot of you guys are also massive Kobe fans too watching this, so I know you definitely can relate. But guys, we don't want to cap it here. We don't want to cap it here. We want to keep growing. We want to keep getting the subscriber numbers up. And like I said, if you've watched all the way through this video and you are not subscribed, 90% of you guys are tapped into the content and are not subscribed watching the video. Stop what you're doing right now. It don't cost a dime. Click that subscribe button. Reach that platinum stats, because we will cover everything surrounding the Los Angeles Lakers in terms of the buyout candidate, the games, and everything. And, of course, Luka making his debut. Everything surrounding your Los Angeles Lakers will be covered here on Lakers Digest.